They call him humanity's strongest soldier. But Levi Ackerman isn't just fast, deadly, and tactical. He's the beating heart of Attack on Titan, his silence, his scars, and the brutal decisions he's forced to make define not just his strength, but his legacy. Years after the anime's debut, Levi still reigns as one of the most iconic figures in all of anime, blending myth, emotional truth, and unmatched combat prowess. This is the story of why Levi Ackerman is still the greatest soldier anime has ever seen. Born underground in a city that most wouldn't dare to step foot in, Levi wasn't raised with honor or glory. His world was filth, abandonment, and the cold silence of survival. His mother, a prostitute from the depths of society, died early in his life. Levi was left to rot alone, until Kenny the Ripper, infamous for both his cruelty and precision, took him in. But Kenny didn't become a father, he became a weapon maker. Under Kenny's brutal tutelage, Levi learned how to fend for himself with bare-knuckle efficiency, how to read human intent through body language, and how to survive by suppressing emotion. The result, Levi emerged as a precision fighter with no wasted movement, every strike calculated, every glance layered with unspoken pain. And yet, the trauma didn't define him, it tempered him. When Levi left the underground city to join the Survey Corps, it wasn't a bid for redemption. It was necessity. The surface didn't promise beauty, it promised more death, more moral ambiguity. But in Commander Erwin Smith, Levi found someone worth respecting. Someone who could carry the burden of leadership with composure. Their dynamic wasn't loud, it was built on mutual understanding, forged in the silence of shared loss. Levi never wanted to lead, he never wanted followers. But soldiers gravitated toward him because he didn't ask them to be brave, he showed them how to be braved out. From the moment Levi stepped into battle, the tone of Attack on Titan shifted. His attack against the female Titan was surgical, blades slicing through napes with mathematical precision, no fancy declarations, just movement, action, result. It's one of the most replayed scenes in the entire series, and not because of flashy visuals. It's because viewers feel Levi's decision-making down to the bone. Every motion is driven by instinct sharpened through suffering. Then there's his encounter with the Beast Titan, Zeke Yeager. The moment Levi explodes out of the smoke cloud and dismantles Zeke's body with terrifying speed, fans knew this isn't just a cool character. This is a man who turned grief into fury, tactics into legacy. The rage wasn't uncontrolled. It was finely bottled pain unleashed with purpose. Levi lost soldiers in that fight, brave men who entrusted him with their final mission. And Levi delivered. But strength alone isn't what makes him legendary. It's the choices he makes when no one's watching. The Serum Dilemma, Armin versus Erwin, remains one of the most heartbreaking decisions in anime history. Levi stood there, holding the injection that could save one life. On his left, Armin, idealistic and visionary. On his right, Erwin, tactical and hardened. Levi chose Armin not because Erwin wasn't worthy, but because Erwin deserved to rest. Letting go of Erwin, the man Levi respected above all, meant Levi had to admit hope mattered more than strategy. That decision haunts fans to this day. Was it the right call? Did Levi sacrifice victory for emotion? Maybe, but that's the beauty of Levi. He isn't the strongest because he always wins. He's the strongest because he bears every loss without breaking. Think about it. Levi lost his entire squad more than once. Petra, Oluo, Gunther. Their deaths weren't just body counts. They were losses that etched scars into Levi's psyche. And what does Levi do after loss? He fights and Marley. We see him coordinate attacks like a maestro. Against Zeke again, we see him push past injury to get the job done. And in the final season, we see Levi survive, not as a god, but as a man broken and bruised, still choosing to stand. His fight isn't just physical. It's emotional, philosophical, personal. There's a moment, brief, wordless, where Levi stares at a photograph of his old squad. His eyes don't water, his lips don't quiver, but you feel everything. That's Levi, the fanbase around. Levi is massive, edits, tributes, cosplay, even real-world tattoo homages. But it's not just because he looks cool. It's because people see themselves in Levi, people who've endured hardship, loss, betrayal. They find solace in Levi's quiet perseverance. He's proof that strength isn't loud. That grief doesn't mean surrender. That dignity can exist, even in chaos. And let's talk about his fighting style. The omnidirectional mobility gear is dangerous, chaotic, fast, and Levi mastered it like a second skin. His spatial awareness, timing, and reaction speed are borderline superhuman. But even there, Levi's control sets him apart. He doesn't waste motion. He doesn't grandstand. He ends battles quickly because he knows every second lost is another life gone. Fans often compare Levi to other anime titans, Goku, Gojo, Naruto. But Levi isn't a shonen powerhouse. He's not defined by power scaling or transformation forms. Levi is defined by resolve. He doesn't need flashy attacks. His presence alone shifts the battlefield. When Levi arrives, enemies flinch, allies breathe easier. The tone changes, and that's why Levi is still anime's greatest soldier. Because he's not just a character, he's a philosophy, quiet strength, calculated kindness, relentless responsibility. Even in the anime's final arc, Levi isn't spared. He's maimed, slowed, scars inside and out, and yet he leads the final charge. He doesn't need to be whole to be powerful. He just needs to keep moving. Levi Ackerman represents a kind of character that's rare in modern anime. No comic relief, no romantic subplot, just grit, purpose, and silent complexity. So, Next time you watch Attack on Titan and Levi enters the frame, watch the eyes, watch the silence, watch the restraint. You're not watching a hero, you're watching humanity, bruised, burdened, but still fighting, because in a world of walls, monsters, and betrayal, Levi never stopped believing in the fight, and that belief made him immortal. If you felt something, anything, during this video, drop your favorite Levi moment in the comments. Whether it's that epic slash through the Beast Titan, or that quiet nod to his fallen squad. Here on Anim Lens, we break down not just Anim battles, but Anim hearts. The ones that stay with you long after the credits roll. Subscribe for more. There's a whole universe of stories waiting, and we're just getting started.